It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.,
I reduced my toilet paper down to 3 squares.
Matt Hayes,
Big asses and big thighs, yeah.
and Leon Searcy.
Bringing you love, peace, and soul.
We have made it to the midweek hump day. It is here, and we are ready to rock and roll, getting closer to the world's largest outdoor cocktail party, Florida, Georgia, or in the case of the winter, Georgia, Florida, Saturday inside the bank. Looking forward to that one, and we will continue with a fun promotion with our friends from Sawgrass Asset Management with a chance for you to get hooked up with some great giveaways. That's for sure. We got the Jags on the road to Vegas. We got the Raiders calling to see if they can ultimately deliver another blow to your Jaguars after the bye week. So important to get back to winning ways. Is it not? I mean, that is the essence of everything, is to come out of that bye week and show that you're a changed football team. So we'll get into all that today, fellas. Much better. Like, are you enjoying this cooler weather? I see the hoodie on Big Sur.
Yeah, I had to get up earlier this morning, to help out family and friends. And it was chilly this morning. It was about 55.
We don't know how to handle it, at least when it first comes in.
Well, here's the problem, that I was out and about and never got a chance to get back home. Now it's scorching hot outside, so I wasn't able to change the hoodie from this morning.
That's
usually got a sweat outfit on.
Got sweat outfits on. I got to work out afterwards, so
there you go.
Bro, don't be afraid to do the show with no shirt on, man.
Yeah, you go topless.
I think the body's not there yet.
Oh, okay.
That's with Eddie O coming on today.
True that.
But, that's true. But I have been getting in the pool without the T-shirt again.
Thank God.
Yes,
right,
confidence is back.
It's back,
confidence
bro.
is high.
No more body shaming. The
Canes are in the top 10.
Yeah.
They,
You know how people like to body shame you when you go by the
Canes
pool.
are the best team in the country. Now Canes are in the top 10.
So we shouldn't be happy about it.
No, I'm just saying, now November has arrived, and we all know what happens in November with
It
the
gets
Canes.
real.
So
It does get real. By the way, that
Big one this weekend.
This is the we need to do a that for another piece of news, but let's just do a that real quick for this one.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
Little known fact, the Miami Hurricanes will actually leave the Sunshine State this week.
Round of applause.
They will get out of the state of Florida.
Nice.
Okay, out of the 305.
On November 1, they get out of the state of
850.
Florida.
Listen, whoever put together that schedule is genius now.
Except the 2 buys in 3 weeks.
Well,
It was
except
sort of stupid.
except the bye week Friday night football game that we've lost 3 in a row to.
It ruined your mojo.
Yeah, it killed the mojo.
All right, so there's a little college football that we will get to today, a little XLP to the CFP, as we like to do. We like to count them down into the top 12 week by week. They're going to come out with the, the first official rankings of the college football playoff next week on ESPN. But we do it every week, and we look forward to it. We certainly have some surprises planned. And then part of our college football discussion today, we definitely have to admit to some sins of the past, okay? And Leon, you've already said you're prepared to admit that you were about multiple things today.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. My comparison of 2 quarterbacks.
Okay, all right, so that's coming
I've slighted one.
That's coming up in just a little bit. All right, the Golf Club of Southampton bringing you today's show. And with this gorgeous weather, take advantage of it. Call 287-PLAY. Head on out. Get on the tee sheet and enjoy 18 holes. You can take a look at membership opportunities, everything else they got going on with the renovations that are coming up next year. Membership opportunities, time to take advantage of those with a big discount if you want to. All right, so this is one of the discussions I think we should get into right away. And this is the other that we had planned. So let's go ahead and hit it.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
Well, the discussion has been going on for a long, long time about Trayvon Walker v. Aiden Hutchinson. And I think, as we have said it many times on this show, I don't know how many other shows have said it, but on this show, give it up, bro, is basically what we've said, okay? And now the contract has come in the form of another huge pay raise for Aiden Hutchinson as he inks an extension. And this is a high-dollar payday and well worth it when you consider everything that he's gone through. A 4-year extension. And when you think about the dollars, wouldn't you say he's a cat? You always wonder, who falls into that he's earned every penny of it category? Does he fall into that?
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Myles Garrett, yeah, those type of cats.
Yeah, those types of guys. So he signs his 4-year extension, and
What's the total number? 180?
yeah, he is right now in position, based on what he's done, coming back from a significant injury last year, to start to up the ante again with some of the numbers. 4 years, 180 million, 141 million in total guarantees, most guaranteed money ever for a non-quarterback.
Well, you know you're a badass when they got the hutch rule in practice, where they have to pull you out of practice so they can run plays. Come on now, that's a motor.
Here's what's interesting. I mean, we can all go back and forth on this, and you get all pissed off about it and everything. Okay, I just would love to sit down with Trent Baalke and say, why?
Yeah.
Just why?
Projects, bro. He likes projects.
Were you really banking on the fact that you think one guy has a higher ceiling than the other guy?
Yeah, I'll give
and you weren't banking on tape, which every other scout in America banks on?
Especially at the top of the draft. You can experiment second round, third round. I would say third round and beyond.
I would say fourth and fifth and sixth.
Yeah, I'd say, but at least at the very least, late Friday night, you can experiment with a third round draft pick. It might be a guy who got in trouble, might be a guy who's come back from an injury, whatever. But you're right. Trust the tape, rely on the tape, and especially when you're talking about someone that plays a premium position, it's not like you can talk yourself into a lot of things, which is what Trent Baalke did. He talked himself into Trayvon Walker, the man-child that he was, is that he would be an Alden Smith, somebody like that he drafted when he was in San Francisco. Well, you know what he did, Matt? And Big Search, but you asked the question, Matty. He wanted to prove he was the smartest man in the room. That's what he wanted. That's why. Because he wanted to outthink everybody else.
Aiden Hutchinson was a beast his last year at Michigan. The year before, he was very good. He was an absolute take control of the game beast.
Okay, let me take you guys back.
You couldn't even find Trayvon Walker in the field at Georgia half the time.
No, and he played a bunch of different positions, and I totally get it. But that was a very, very good defensive football team that he was playing on that's pumped out.
And he was probably the 6th or 7th best player on that team.
Pumped out a lot of good players. Yeah. But Big Search, do you remember this? And we'd have to go back and look. But this is when he was Aiden Hutchinson, going up against quality competition in game. And you can go back, Michigan, Georgia, a handful of these games that do you remember this? We all broke him down. And he was neutralized. He was blocked. And then all of a sudden you start to explain away why he's not worthy of that number 1 pick.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. We were doing the comparison that when he was going up against legit right and left tackles that, he was neutralized. But every other time, he was a buzzsaw, effort guy, energy guy, technique guy. I mean, you just don't find those kind of guys. They just don't fall off trees. And when you have an opportunity to get one, you got to get one.
Yeah.
Because you want a disruptor. You want somebody that the offensive coordinator has to say, listen, we don't block this kid. We need to neutralize this kid if we want to have any kind of functioning offense in this game. So, I mean, it's just I understand. Listen, Trayvon Walker, it's not his fault he was first overall.
No, it's not.
It's not. They picked him. But all the tape that I saw is Aiden Hutchinson was clearly the best defense in that game.
He finished.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That if you really want to get right down to it, he finished. Just like he finishes now.
Yeah, and he played that position, as we just laid this argument out, one of the most important positions in football. You can have the guy under center, you can have the guy blocking for the quarterback, and the guy trying to get to the quarterback. And you can put those number 2 and number 3 in whatever order you want.
It's top 3. Organizationally, your top 3 is the quarterback, the left tackle, and the guy to go get the quarterback.
Yeah, and it's Matt's rule, the affect and protect, basically. And so let's just hit it real quick. Trayvon went number 1. This is going back to 2022, the NFL draft. Aiden Hutchinson went number 2. Derek Stingley Jr. went 3. Sauce Gardner went 4. So you had a pair of rush ends that people were trying to figure out which is better, and you had a pair of cornerbacks trying to figure out which is better. You'd argue that both Stingley and Sauce,
all pros.
Yeah, and Stingley right now probably is winning in terms of overall playmaking, but they're
Stingley's one of the best corners in the league,
and he's a little bit bigger, which means he's held up physically, whereas Sauce hasn't necessarily held up. Then you go to Kayvon Thibodeau. He was the 5th pick overall. Remember all the discussions we had about which of these rush-ins would you go for? Thibodeau out of Oregon was 5th overall. Then Icky.
By the way, not that good.
Yeah, he has flashed, and that is it. That is it. He's had a handful of
Trayvon
games.
Walker's had a much better career than he has.
And by the way, the only way he's actually starting to thrive a little bit is because he's got Brian Burns and Abdul Carter up there. That'll help you.
Yeah, a little.
And all right, so after Kayvon, Icky, he was the big tackle. I remember us having Dave Doran on from NC State, and he's saying Ekwonu is one of the best.
Oh, Ekwonu. Is he with the Panthers now?
Yeah.
Ekwonu. Yeah, left tackle. Yeah, all right.
And then Evan Neal, another guy we argued over, and he's
Also nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing.
Yeah. And Drake London, pretty good player. He was a top 10er. Charles Cross, top 10 out of Mississippi State. And Garrett Wilson, top 10 out of Ohio State that went to the New York football team.
I just want to be very clear. I think Trayvon Walker's had a nice career.
Yes.
He's had a nice career.
Yeah.
He's not Aiden Hutchinson. There's a difference between nice and game wrecker.
Yes, that's it. That's it. That's what you're talking about. And we can go back to the top 10 decision that Gene Smith made when he chose Tyson Alualu. Okay, good career,
Good career.
but not a top 10 selection.
Right. If Trayvon was like the 16th overall or the 18th overall, you'd say that's a good pick.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. Guy gives you back-to-back 10-sack seasons. That's a good pick.
Yeah. A little further down, you've got Jamison Williams, Jordan Davis, Kyle Hamilton. And then it starts to drop off because after that, the Jahan Dotsons didn't pan out. The Treylon Burks didn't pan out. Kenny Pickett didn't pan out. Trent McDuffie was 21st. He's still working pretty good ball on the defensive side in Kansas City. So Quay Walker, another good one. We talked about how many good players were on that Georgia defense. He definitely was one of them. All right, so you guys jump in on that. Aiden Hutchinson gets his big contract extension. Trayvon is not yet. Trayvon now dealing with an injury. We'll definitely look ahead and start talking a little bit more about them versus the Raiders coming up in just a bit. Our XLP to the CFP, you guys ready to crank this up? Because we're going to talk college football. We've got Eddie O coming up a little bit later on. We're going to certainly ask him about what happened down in Baton Rouge, bouncing Brian Kelly out of there, and maybe Eddie O might be looking for new employment. All right, we'll get into all that coming up on XLP.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. It's the one they put in high gear.
Keep going. We got to keep going, keep going, keep going.
It's the Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville drive of the game. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville on 1010XL.
It's the fall savings event going on now at Renewal by Anderson. Upgrading your home has never been easier. Get 20% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires October 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Hey, it's Joe C, and I'm inviting you to a fun Thanksgiving weekend. You can start it early, carving up the turkey, and then you can go watch your Big Cats against those hated Titans up in Tennessee. I will be at the Omni Nashville, which is right in the heart of downtown, and 1010XL is going to give you a chance to win nights there, but you can also book with a special rate. So easy to do it. Go to 1010XL.com. Click on the Omni link, and we're talking just steps away from Broadway, steps away from the stadium where the Titans play. Real convenient, and you can make that kind of your headquarters when you're watching the Jags and the Titans. Thanksgiving weekend, log on to 1010XL.com, click on the Omni link, and see if you can't get revved up for a trip to Nash Vegas.
I'm Amber Frangie. Can you believe I've lost 70 pounds in less than 4 months? With Awaken 180, there's no medication, no shots, and no side effects. Call them at 844-346-1800. That's Awaken 180.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296, Ryan Salem, NMLS ID 1182429, Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
Jacksonville, are you ready? The college basketball season is tipping off soon with an epic in-state showdown. The defending national champion Florida Gators and the Miami Hurricanes go head-to-head in the Jacksonville Hoop Showdown. Be there Sunday, November 16th at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena and witness this in-state rivalry live. Secure your seats now at Ticketmaster.com. It's Florida versus Miami right here at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena, November 16th. Ticketmaster.com.
I know two brothers whose minds are always in the gutters.
Hi, I'm Tim.
And I'm Kevin.
We are the Good Brothers.
That's good with an E.
From Good Brothers Roofs and Gutters.
We install 6 and 7-inch seamless gutters, plus we repair and replace roofs, pool enclosures, and super gutters.
We are the Good Brothers, veteran-owned and local.
Visit goodbrothersroofsandgutters.com.
License number CCC 1334384.
Good Brothers Roofs and Gutters.
Why wait for a reason to send flowers? Celebrate life's little wins, or just celebrate you. Stop into the showroom on Beach and Southside, or online at JacksonvilleFlowerMarket.com. Jacksonville Flower Market. We make every day bloom.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Time to drop some college knowledge on XL Primetime. Brought to you by Modelo, the official beer of the college football playoff.
Oh, we got a big one right here in the city of Jacksonville. Duval's getting ready for the world's largest outdoor cocktail party, but one of them is still, I'm guessing, part of our XLP to the CFP plans. The other one, not so much. But it is time for us to deliver our top 12 when it comes to the biggest teams in college football. And I hate to tell you guys this because it shocks me, too, when I start taking a look at it. Are you ready for this? First off, this is the first Saturday in November, okay? We have now kissed goodbye October in terms of football Saturdays. And I hate to even say it, but we are down to the last 5 weeks of the 2025 regular season in college football.
Don't do that, Joe.
I know.
Already getting sad.
I hate it, man. I hate it.
It goes too fast.
Why you got to throw that funk on us?
I know,
we still got. I just hate that this is the part of the year that evaporates faster for football fans than any other time that we go through. Some of it, it's like sledding the Iditarod, trying to climb Everest. You can't wait to get to the football season, and then it just churns right past us, right before our eyes.
It does.
All right, here we go. 5 weeks left in the regular season. Let's crank it up. Let's get to our XLP to the CFP. And honestly, if you go back and think about some of the things we saw over this past weekend, might have changed some of the way some of the views that you have on these college football teams. Let's go 12-9.
All right, number 12. My number 12 team is Big Win.
Okay.
Well, they put them in the driver's seat. Memphis.
Okay. JJ, a little music, please.
Yeah,
we'll wait for it. There we go.
I'm not that
all
music.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I actually saw like the CBS lineup that they've had so far this year for their games.
Yeah.
Dude, it's beyond terrible. I can't believe what they did, man. All right, but I guess we'll give them that.
Make us happy.
All right, my number 12 team, after their win over South Florida, is in the driver's seat as far as getting in. I got Memphis at 12. At 11, I've got BYU, big game next week at Texas Tech. So we'll see how that one goes. At number 10, the disrespected Canes, 42-7 over Stanford, and they drop off goal. Man, just typical. All right, and my number 9 team, the Commodores.
Okay. Vandy.
Diego.
He's
Got
in
the
there.
number 9. Yes.
All right. 12-9, Matty.
All right, my 12 is still South Florida. I know they lost to Memphis. They blew a 2-touchdown lead in that game.
Yeah.
They'll get one more shot to win at Memphis because that's probably what's going to happen there. Memphis will be on top at the end of the season, and they'll host a championship game. And I think South Florida will win that game, and I think they'll get to the playoff. My 11 is Texas Tech. Danger spot this week against a suddenly hot K-State team. Avery Johnson's got 12 touchdowns in his last 4 games. He's playing really well. They're playing well.
And they just roasted Kansas as an underdog.
Yeah, just crushed them, actually. Yeah. And Texas Tech's got a little problem right now because Baron Morton's kind of nicked up. He's been nicked up for the last month.
Yeah.
And they just lost Hammond last week to an ACL injury. So their backup now is I believe, a true freshman. They got problems. They got to keep Baron Morton healthy or their CFP run's going to go in there with ditch. My 10 is, we talk about Diego all the time. How about Haynes King?
He's unreal.
What a season he's having, man. He just keeps getting better with every game. Sign the cross, he stays healthy because God only knows, right?
He sacrifices and abuses his own body.
And Tech is just, everybody's pulling for Tech right now. Everybody. It's the great dude. Brent Key is the head coach. Old school, tough guy. That's how they're winning games.
Maybe future.
It's
Gators,
perfect that Haynes King is like the microcosm of that team. And my 9 is Diego.
Okay.
All new territory for this program, man. Every week, step to the unknown, and now you go to Austin against a Texas team that may not be playing Arch Manning. He's in concussion protocol right now. We'll see what happens.
Okay. All right, 12-9. Now, look, we have battled as far as our group of 5 teams are concerned. I got on the Mean Green there for a little while. I don't know if you guys caught what he did, the quarterback for the Mean Green this past weekend. It's unbelievable what he did, man. He threw for scores and scores of yards. I call him the mess maker.
Did you see his picture in the locker room?
No.
It was like, how Wilt has that picture of him with the 100 written down. He did his with the 600.
Did he really?
Yeah, it was
nice.
awesome.
Yeah, 608 yards from Mean Green. But right now I'm keeping Navy in, even though you guys are on the Memphis train. They picked off USF 31-34, 34-31 win was the win for Memphis. But right now, Navy still has a chance to play Mean Green and might even see it more than once. And they are still on top right now, just in terms of the AAC standings. Yeah, unbeaten. And they're ahead of Memphis and them right now. So I'm going to go ahead and keep them up there. BYU, I've got them number 11. They had to rally against Iowa State. 4th road win for them of the season. But still that schedule, you can probably poke holes in it a little bit. They've got that big one against Texas Tech you guys have already mentioned. They have their wins right now, as far as big wins, we're going to find out whether they can keep it going. That November 8th game against Texas Tech looms large. All right, let's see here. I've got number 10, Vanderbilt. I'm not too far off from where you guys are. This is the first time in over 80 years they've been 7-1. Okay, this ain't your daddy's SEC. And then number 9, Miami. So Miami slow to go off the start of the game, but then rolled in the second half. And you guys got your guy Mark Fletcher rolling in the second half. All right, 8-5.
All right, my number 18 is Oregon. My number 17 is future coach at LSU, the Lane Train, Ole Miss. No, you don't like that.
If you stop,
I love it. I love
stop politicking for Lane Train.
Absolutely. All right, Ole Miss is at my number 7. My number 16, Georgia Tech. Man, gosh, they just good. They just keep winning, rolling ahead. Miami going. Hopefully, Miami can see them in the ACC championship game.
Very likely.
If it
keeps going.
It'll be a tussle. I got Georgia Tech at 6 at number 5. I got Georgia at number 5.
All right, my number 8. It's the Canes, and I got a little news for JJ and Leon. Under Mario, the Canes are 4-8 in the month of November.
4-8.
4-8.
Is that not good?
It's probably not optimal. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see where they go against the Lashley.
They cannot afford another loss in the SEC. They have to win out.
We will.
In the month of November.
Don't do this, Leon.
I'm just trying.
You know what he's doing.
No,
it's
why are
mind
you
trick.
doing this?
Because we already know the facts. I know Mario's terrible in November. He knows he's terrible in November. He got to do something about it.
I'll give you another fact.
4-8, bro.
Rhett Lashley is going to have that first drive down to perfection, and whatever happens in the game, I know it'll be 7-0 SMU.
No doubt.
Guarantee that.
No doubt.
But the Mustangs have, they've kind of turned into mules.
Okay, last weekend for sure.
They have. But I just threw out that 4-8 number for you guys to just marinate on that for a little bit. All right.
You.
My number 7 is Oregon. we'll see, man. They've got some heavy lifting remaining. They got a few games that it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, impressive 21-7 win.
Yeah,
against
and that kind of
Wisconsin.
I don't see how they could make anyone sit there and go, okay, wait a second, what?
Yeah.
Because Wisconsin's horrible, horrible, and they're at home. My number 6 is Ole Miss. Just a huge statement win at Oklahoma. I'd be shocked if they didn't finish 11-1, but then again, we're talking about Ole Miss's history, Lane's history in November, just like Mario, same thing.
His first ever win against a ranked opponent on the road.
Yeah, so they've got a little lifting to do as well. And my number 5 is the Dogs. The Dogs with a big game this week in Jacksonville. A big game against a Florida team that's going to be motivated, no doubt, and they're talented.
Touchdown pick. All right, 8-5 for me. I got Georgia Tech. And honestly, their strength of schedule is what's going to hurt them a little bit inside the ACC. They just pounded a depleted Q's team, which is what you expected. But that showdown coming up a little bit later on against Georgia is going to tell the story on them. And by the way, they played their tails off in that game. Number 7, Oregon. Kind of like what you guys are saying. It was 7-0 at the half against Whiskey. That's not too impressive. As much as I love Dan Lanning, I'm still keeping him down just a little bit. I got the Tide 6. They scored 15 in the final. Well, actually, not the final 15. They scored 15 points in the final 2 minutes and 16 seconds of that game and had to come back against Cocky. Cocktoberfest came to a crashing halt at the end. So the Tide are still 6th. And then I get to Ole Miss with that impressive win against Oklahoma. We're going to find out. Look, the remaining games for the Lane Train inside the SEC, a combined conference record of 3-11.
Right.
So we'll find out whether or not they get picked off by Mississippi State.
By the way, real quick with Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Unbeaten season.
Yeah.
Headed toward a home game against Georgia. Finished season. Could be 11-0 at that point. They sold that game.
Yeah. Into Mercedes-Benz.
To the Mercedes-Benz. Now they're doing renovations, so they had to move it,
right?
Or at least they felt like they had to move it. But imagine that you're at a point where it's like an elite season, and the clean old-fashioned hate's got to be moved out of Bobby Dodd.
Well, it's a shame,
into
but
the Mercedes
they're gonna
Dome,
they'll make
which
money.
Georgia just owns, by the way.
Yeah.
So they made it neutral. Are you trying to say?
Well,
they
it's still in the
say they
ATL.
had to. They say they couldn't play the game in Bobby Dodd.
That's shameful.
They're making a lot more money.
They'll
this
make
way.
money.
Yeah, but you got
Sad.
11-0 season. Why would you want that in Georgia Tech?
They didn't expect this.
Yeah.
Well, they say the renovations are, they can't do it. So
And they would have only had to surrender 10,000 tickets, something in that neighborhood, and the Bulldogs would have paid premium prices to get inside Bobby
there's going to
Dodd.
be more than 10,000 Bulldog fans.
You better believe it, of course.
There'll be like 40,000.
Yes, it'll be half.
Oh, more than that.
Yeah, half or more than half.
It'll be a Georgia home game.
All right, so where are we?
Sorry, Leon. 5-1.
No, we're going at number 4.
4-1. Sorry.
4-1. All right. Well, number 4 team escaped with their lives coming out, but hey, listen, you always say what? Advance, survive and advance.
Yeah.
Alabama.
Yeah, true.
Yes, South Carolina. They're my number 4 team. My number 3 team is Ohio State, the Buckeyes. My number 2 team is the Aggies.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Impressive win. I mean, that was bully ball what they did to LSU at the Death Valley, whatever. So they beat them up and got the coach fired. So double take. And my number 1 team is Indiana, the Hoosiers.
Okay. All right, a double dip there for the Aggies, and that's the strength and conditioning coach that got both of them done.
All right, my number 4 is Bama. I'm going to give Alabama a little grace last week because, I mean, they're at the end of a long stretch of tough games, and they're on the road, and they're playing a desperate South Carolina team that played its best game this season. South Carolina should have won the game. They blew it. But I'll give Alabama a little grace. I'll stick them at 4. I got the Aggies at 3. They're clearly now no longer what you think of the Aggies. It's a dangerous team offensively. It's an aggressive team defensively. Yeah, they're going to be fun to watch in the playoff, I'll tell you that. My 2 is Ohio State. Again, I keep saying this. The offense just keeps getting better. We know about the defense. The defense is terrific. You can question the schedule, and I will. But that offense looks good, and Julian Sain looks really good, man. Looks really good.
Are we going to see them play anyone?
They're at Penn State this week. So
Like I said, are we going to see them play anyone?
Last game of the season against Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was supposed to be a mammoth
And
game.
then- It really
and then-
was.
Not so much now.
And then in the championship game, if they beat Michigan, win or lose,
Oregon,
I think
maybe?
they're still going to be in the win or lose, probably.
It'll
Then they're
be
going to play.
Indiana.
Then they're going to play number 1 Indiana.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
It'll be
Indiana.
great.
Yeah, true.
All right.
And the Hoosiers just wow, you want to talk about a team that just keeps getting better. And I love the fact that Signetti don't care. He's scoring. He's running up the show and doesn't care.
And that is kind of what you need to do right now, even though they say you don't need style points. Guess what? You need style points. And
we're back to BCS times.
Exactly.
Like early BCS days.
It's always been that way.
Yeah, just rain points and run them out of the gym if you can. All right, my 4-1. I refuse to put 2 Big Ten teams in those 1 and 2 slots. So
Thank you, Joe.
I'm going Oppo Joe and going against the other 2 here. I went Indiana number 4 because their biggest win is against Oregon, who was a team that ultimately closed out Penn State and started the James Franklin firing train, but still hasn't looked that great since then. So I'm putting Indiana right now 4th. Their strength of schedule is holding up. Ohio State is 33rd in strength of schedule.
Wait, you got Indiana 4?
I got them 4. And then I got Ohio State 3.
You are a true hater, man.
I just decided to flip the script this time.
All right.
Ohio State number 3. And how big is their biggest win? It was against Texas. Come on, man. And so right now you're taking.
What about Illinois on the road?
So they pounded them. But who wins between Texas and Illinois?
It's a great question.
Yeah,
at Illinois, probably Illinois.
Crapshoot, though. It is a crapshoot.
At Illinois, probably Illinois.
The fact that Texas was down 2
Texas
scores
is not good, dude.
to Mississippi State, and I still think they'd have a good game.
Vandy's going to go in there and win this
against
week.
Indiana. Anyway, Ohio State is
Arch
third.
is out.
Yeah, with the
not
concussion. Not sure. But Ohio State, like right now, 33rd in the country as far as their SOS. Alabama going in this past week was number 2. They've played definitely some good ones. I'm putting Georgia 2. Okay, they're looking better and better every single week.
Georgia?
They come off the off week.
You got Georgia
number 2.
too?
Yeah, and
I see what you're doing. You got them all the way up there, so when your guys upset them, you're going to say, this is what could be.
What is it going to be, Billy?
Hire Billy Gonzalez.
Another Billy staying in Gainesville. This one ain't Billy Napier. This is Billy Gonzalez. Yes.
What happened when Lane chooses LSU and Jeff Brom says, nah, I'm staying at Louisville? Then what?
I don't see your point.
Billy G.
Really
they
don't.
go 8-4. You hire Billy G at that point?
Yeah. No, I don't see your point at all.
They beat Georgia and Tennessee.
Yeah.
And Ole Miss on the road?
Yeah, wait till that happens, actually. Okay, let's wait till something like that happens. Georgia 2, and then I've got A&M right now in the top spot, outscoring Notre Dame the way they did. Look at what Notre Dame has done in terms of stopping people here of late. Look at what they did do in the second half of the game against LSU. It has been a very impressive run for them, and so we'll see whether or not the Aggies can hang on. All right, there you go. Our XLP to the CFP. You guys are fully welcome to disagree with our XLP to the CFP. Just hit the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010. Hey, real quick, JJ, if you don't mind.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
Well, according to USA Today, okay.
Yeah, that's you.
Falcons quarterback Kirk Cousins wants to be traded to a team that has QB1 opportunity as the deadline approaches.
Well, guess what, Kirk?
QB1 opportunity.
I got news for you, pal. I put some hard-earned Hard Rock dollars on old ATL Falcons this past week, and Kirk Cousins, you sucked. Okay, you sucked.
Are they the hardest team ever to figure out? The Falcons, like week in, week out, as a bettor, it's just a head scratcher.
I'm just trying to figure out who has QB1 opportunities in the NFL right now. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, let's carry the conversation over. But he just sucked the air right out of my 8-team parlay, and I hate him for it right now. It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
Make Honda of the Avenues your first stop for award-winning customer service and world-class Honda vehicles. Our inventory is larger than ever, which means we have the perfect Honda waiting for you. Plus, at Honda of the Avenues, we always put our customers first, making the car buying experience fun, fast, and easy. You'll always find great deals on our huge selection of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, all prepped and ready for a test drive. Come see just how different car buying can be at Honda of the Avenues today. Stop by or shop from home at HondaoftheAvenues.com. Proud sponsor of Sporting Jags.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers, equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
Living on Amelia Island, having fun in Fernandina Beach? No matter what brings you to the fun, cozy town, make sure you check out the tap room at Mokama Beer Company. With a full flight of craft creations, from the Cosmico IPA to the Motor, the perfect Pilsners and Lagers, matching memories and some Mokama magic is what it's all about. Mokama Beer Company in Fernandina Beach. near the big water where the sun is born. And look for more Mocama craft at your local Total Wine or ABC Liquors.
How many different denominations of paper money are currently being used?
When you file a claim with Southern Oak Insurance, we schedule one of our trusted vendors to work directly with you, which means a faster claim resolution. Find out more at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
There are 7 denominations of U.S. currency: the 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, and $100 bills.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
Strap in, Duval. The Jaguars are gearing up to face the Los Angeles Chargers Sunday, November 16th for our annual Salute to Service game. Join us as we honor and celebrate the brave men and women of our military all game long. Secure your seats now and be a part of the action by visiting jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. Let's stand together, Duval.
Introducing the Jags Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold, we had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite. It's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone fresh veggies and our new Duval Drizzle. Order the new Jags Stack in the app right now. Available for a limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in Duval!
Hey, it's Frank Frangie. Business owners, listen up. If your plumbing or AC company keeps giving you the runaround, it's time to cut them loose. Call my friends at Duck Duck Rooter. They already partner with some of the biggest commercial operations in Northeast Florida, like the Jaguars and station operations. Their office team makes invoicing a breeze, and their field techs, top-notch pros. Make the switch today. Duck Duck Rooter, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Call 904-862-6769. 904-862-6769. Tell them Frank sent you.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
XL Prime Time, getting close to the 1 o'clock hour. Hopefully everybody's out and about, getting stuff done, getting ready for a cocktail party later in the week. It is XL Prime Time. Joe C., Matty Hayes. Check out his stuff at USA Today Sports. Big Leon Cersei, the Hurricane Hall of Famer. JJ LaSalle, we got it all cranking right now. Speaking of cranking, the text line is on my lifetime enclosure. They're fired up.
They're not happy with you, by the way.
The thing is that you have to judge it week by week who's playing the best ball. And even though Alabama...
Do you, though?
Yeah, you do. Even though Alabama did roll into Athens and roll out with a dub and basically ended, what was it, a 34?
30, it was
33, 34?
Yeah, it was in the 30s.
I know it wasn't 58.
Long way from 50.
That's all I remember.
It rolled out with that win.
There were a lot of Pacifics in that 56 streaky year, guys.
Hey, listen, don't you do that.
A lot of Rutgers and Pacifics and
Notre Dame, Florida
State,
teams like that.
But like we said,
yeah, that's right. Don't you talk about the Temple.
and so, but I'm looking at it like Alabama struggled to get out of Cocktoberfest with a win without Shane Beamer and the boys picking them off. And then what Georgia?
But they did.
They did. But what Georgia did to Ole Miss at the end of that game, awful impressive as well. So you got to. Was
it more impressive than Alabama going into Georgia and winning that game?
A couple weeks later, it was.
You can just admit that you moved the 2 because you want it look better for your Gators to win.
It has nothing to do with that because I don't necessarily expect that to happen. But here's what I do expect to happen. Our friends from Sawgrass Asset Management, they have put together the Relive the Rivalry promotion that we do annually, and they are such big players in the community when it comes to charitable efforts, and we definitely salute them. Check out saw-grass.com, and we've got chances for you to get the grab bags, the Florida and the Georgia grab bags, which includes really killer stuff from Palm Beach Autographs. If you're a diehard Gator fan, diehard Georgia fan, you're going to love those, and then also a chance to pick up ducats to head into the bank. So we're going to relive the rivalry coming up in just a little bit, but is it 7.5 right now at the line?
I saw it 7 yesterday.
Is it 7? So it has moved down from 7.5 to 7.
It's happening, people.
And
it's happening.
Could it be a close ball game? Well, you hope like heck it is a close ball game. And as Matt said, and we've all basically said, Florida has players. But to expect that they're going to play better than the brand that they had before, or that they're going to play worse now that Billy's gone, I really don't know what to expect.
I get that. I get that you have no idea. It could go either way, but you also have to look at it this way. The guy that was leading them was a clod. Mm-hmm. There's no other way to say it. Mm-hmm. I mean, he had the play scripted for him the first 2 series. It's obvious why when they play, you watch every one of their games, their first series is fantastic every time. Mm-hmm. And then he goes off on his own. So if it's true that Callaway has been scripting those plays with help from Ryan O'Hara, those 2 guys are now a central part of calling the plays right now.
And O'Hara's a guy that DJ Lagway raves about.
And Billy G, no longer Billy N, Billy G, is now saying that they're opening up the offense. They're going to spread it out. Which is what we've been saying all along. It's a phone booth. Well, it's a phone booth. It's a glass. What is it? It's a glass encasement of. Yeah. What is that from?
Emotion.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a glass
case of emotion.
It's a glass case of emotion.
Anchorman.
Thank you, JJ, from Anchorman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like a little phone booth with Napier. You're trying to have 2 tight ends and you're trying to do bunch sets and spread it out. You got a guy that can throw it to the numbers, spread it out, and you've got a big running back who can take advantage of a defense that's forced to spread out and cover the field.
I'll give you 3 other reasons to spread it out. Dallas Wilson, Vernell Brown III, and Trey Wilson.
And Jaden Baugh.
Okay, well, but those 3, when you talk about spreading it out, and then obviously the run game will benefit from it being spread out, but those dudes, talk about going downfield is what I'm talking about. Those dudes can be on the receiving end of some big plays.
Yeah, absolutely can. But my point is, remember when Baylor was really good under Art Browse and they spread it out to the numbers? They were really good because they ran the ball. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know why Ole Miss is really good and why Tennessee is really good? It's not because they throw the ball. It's because they can run the ball. Mm-hmm. They spread you out, and they've got a back that can win individual battles. That guy that can run over people. Yeah. Florida has a guy that can run over people right now.
Yeah, and he's proven that. And they also have a couple guys behind him that also have been able to step in. Even Daniels has been able to step in and do work when Jackson was down. So those things have definitely helped Florida in a positive way.
Well, I mean, these players have to understand, no matter what the record is or how your season going, these rivalries matter. This is how you create your legacy at the Floridas, at the Georgias, these type of games. I remember more at Miami because of the games I played against Florida State. Mm-hmm. But Florida State was never down when I played them. But I'm saying this is where legends are made. This is where people remember you 10, 20, 30 years from now.
There's a Hall of Fame for this game.
Absolutely.
We'll be there on Friday.
We'll be there on Friday.
No doubt,
By the way, let me give you a couple notes about this rivalry. It is a great rivalry, but the games always suck, and they have basically my whole life. So they have not.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? They have not had a 1-score game in this series in 7 years. Mm-hmm. Out of the last 12 matchups, only 2 have even been a 1-score game.
Okay.
So, it's always, the atmosphere is great and we love the fans and everything, but man, it's never close. Right. It's never a good game.
Maybe the final score.
So if it is this time,
I was going to say
that would be rare.
The game last year was terrific.
Yeah.
It's just he got hurt. Lagway got hurt, and they were still in that game with a walk-on from Winter Park at the end.
Yeah, he had 3 picks. We'll come back maybe.
I mean,
with
the year before they were in it with Billy Napier.
Yeah, and then it ends up being maybe that not pile-on score, but that extra 1 score.
Yeah, and there's never that ending.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened since the game. When was it? The field goal, the overtime.
2010.
Field goal. Yeah. So JJ's not wrong just as far as
15 years?
the margin of victory.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it still carries a lot of that.
Of course.
Intrigue and excitement going into it, even if one side has been down.
I just want this one to be back and forth, close. Yeah. I want that badly, and we see a close spread, and I just hope it stays.
Yeah, and there's firepower to make it happen.
Yeah, and Georgia hasn't covered anybody in secondary in 2 years. Mm-hmm. I mean, if Lagway doesn't make reckless throws, they're going to be in that game in the fourth quarter, man. I'm telling you right now they will.
All right, you guys let us know what you're thinking. 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Jump in the YouTube chat. We mentioned Kirk Cousins asking out of Atlanta. We'll get back into that along with your Jaguars getting ready to go to Vegas.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, the number one place to buy your next vehicle. 1010XL is your home for play-by-play of Bishop Kenny football.
The Crusaders march into the season's final battle and try to tame the Stallions. Bishop Kenny at Providence, Thursday at 7 on 92.5 FM.
Hey folks, this is Denny Thompson, and when it comes to protecting my home, I turn to Tyson, the leaders in state-of-the-art home security right here in Jacksonville. Their AI cameras and smart doorbells are top-notch, keeping an eye on what matters most. Whether you're moving in or upgrading, Tyson offers flexible packages, rent or own, with specials on the first 3 years. Ramp up now for the holidays, the perfect gift for you or someone you love. Call Tyson today at 590-7979 for details.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
This Day in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On October 29th, 2003, LeBron James makes his NBA debut, scoring 25 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds.
This is Mark Nato. My sons and I have seen the doctors and PAs at Southeast Ortho for everything from lumbar spine stress to elbow tendonitis. Southeast has always been there, been truthful, and always been on point. Everything they say happens. We can't thank them enough for what they've done and the great care that they have taken of our sons.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey, it's Rick Ballou. I just upgraded my home with fantastic floors, and the experience was incredible. Rusty and the team brought the showroom to me with their at-home consultation. The whole process was simple, the installation was top-notch, and the results, absolutely fantastic. Take it from me. Don't wait. Visit fanfloors.com and schedule your at-home consultation today. Fantastic Floors, where every step is fantastic.
Sawgrass Asset Management loves this time of year when two decorated teams meet in the world of college football. Every year, we relive the rivalry with great moments from both sides of the big game thanks to Sawgrass Asset Management, specializing in high-quality growth stock and fixed income portfolios for institutional and high-net-worth investors. The Jacksonville company proud to be involved in the community. That's Sawgrass Asset Management. Log on to saw-grass.com to find out more.
Your home is your sanctuary, where memories are made. Jack's homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Your home deserves more than just another coat of paint. It deserves quality that lasts. At First Coast Paint, you'll find premium Benjamin Moore products, trusted advice, and the local experts who help you get it right the first time. Whether it's your living room, your porch, or your whole house, First Coast Paint brings your paint project to life. Stores in St. John's and St. Augustine. One name Jacksonville trusts. Mention 1010XL for 10% off. First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
Joe C. here, and boy, oh boy, I've got a great deal for you traveling home team fans. If you plan on going to the Titans game up in the Ville, you can stay where I'll be staying in the heart of Nashville, at the Omni Nashville, super close to Broadway Street, as well as Nissan Stadium. They've got a killer rate for 1010 listeners. Just go to our website, 1010XL.com, and click the Omni link. Come hang with me, Joe C. in Nashville the weekend after Thanksgiving. It's the holidays, so let's celebrate with a big game in Nashville and stay at the Omni Nashville.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Backups. The Gators trying to find a way to create some magic here and get even. Warner on the run, throw an interception. He threw it right to C.J. Allen, and the Dogs set up at the 13-yard line.
Murray down the middle, tipped, intercepted. Will Hill down the sidelines. Murray's the only man who can stop him. There's the block on Murray. He's still going. No signal yet. Oh, it could be good. It is good. Florida wins.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Reliving this great rivalry, the cocktail party, Georgia v. Florida. It'll be in Everbank Stadium on Saturday. You'll be able to hear it right here on the Superstation. And when you look back, the last one you heard, the first one we'll talk about, which is what we just brought up, was Aaron Murray. 4 turnovers, 3 picks, and a fumble. And then ultimately Chaz Henry was able to boot through the game-winning field goal. And it was a shocking result at the end. And then obviously Aaron Murray, as good as he's been, that was not his best game. And then Aiden Warner last year, his stat line read 7 for 22. Which is no bueno. And so 66 yards and a pick. And, of course, that pick was at the end that sealed the deal that Georgia went on to win. So there you go. Reliving the rivalry thanks to Sawgrass Asset Management. And I'm guessing before we go to break on this seg, you'll hear both of these. Just give me a sample of both of these that they will be listening for. That and then that. So whenever you hear them, and JJ, I'm just guessing we'll probably do that at the end of this seg, then you need to be ready to call at 641-1010, and we'll take a couple callers on both sides of this rivalry and get you in that drawing, that contest for some fun giveaways. But when you hear that, those are the great moments. And like you said, Aaron Murray, Leon, when you talk about the passion of a rivalry like this, as good as he was, the game got to him a little bit.
Well, listen.
And that defense.
It doesn't matter. This is good old-fashioned hate.
Yeah. You can't steal that
from
from
Georgia Tech. You can't do that, man.
I can't, is that
that's Georgia
Is that
Tech.
their mantra?
Yeah.
That's
what their whole game is called.
Stick with the world's largest.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
theirs
not
is
bad.
clean old-fashioned hate.
I say good old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, I'll let you use
we'll
good
give you
old-fashioned.
that.
Trademark it.
Okay, trademark. Yeah. But yeah, with these type of games, these rivalry games, I mean, they're the best. I love them. I loved them when I played because most of these guys know each other, grew up with each other, Pop Warner with each other. And when they go to different schools or they play against each other in high school, there's a rivalry there. So Florida's season is not going as a chord, but they know they've got Georgia in the midst. So I'm sure they're going to play well. Hopefully they play well.
Yeah. I do expect a good game because of the freshness of whatever it is that Billy G's going to bring in to the building. And like Matt just described earlier, the call sheet, the play sheet, the game plan, everything being taken over. It's a non-Napier game plan, and we'll see how that.
He's playing with
changes
house money too.
Yeah, true.
They all are.
Look good. Yeah. They'll include you in the conversation, and that's really what it's all about.
Yeah.
Operationally, they need to look better.
And that's the key. I mean, you can say you're ready, you're fired up, and you got players and all that. If you still have the same stuff, if you still do the same dumb things like you jump off sides or you illegal procedures or you line up wrong, which is what they've done for 3.5 years, it's still gonna at the end of the day it's gonna hurt you.
Yeah, and there's really
I mean the holding call against I can't remember who it was. It was the big guard. Who's the big guard they got from Alabama? I think it was Damian George on him against LSU that took away that 80-yard touchdown pass. That's a different game.
Yeah.
You don't have that holding call. It's a different game. So those things like that will kill teams.
Yeah, and operationally, it's like we're talking about here. When you're averaging close to 100 yards in penalties, you're averaging 9 flags per game, which is what the Jacksonville Jaguars are averaging right now, then there's nothing else to point to that's bigger than that. You cost yourself.
Most teams can't overcome that.
Right.
Only the really great elite teams will overcome 9 or 10 penalties a game.
Yeah. And so you get to a point where you're trying to size it up and figure out what is it going to take to eliminate mistakes. And then I always say either you're mistake free or mistake prone. And this team's now mistake prone. Who knows how good they can be when you're mistake free? If you eliminate penalties, you didn't have a whole lot of flags against you individually as a pro, which meant not only were you mistake-free. You were pretty damn good because of it.
Well, yeah, I made the point of emphasis in practice not to make mistakes, not to jump off sides, doing silent contact, not to hold, all that kind of stuff. I mean, you got to make a point of emphasis yourself, not to do it in practice so it carry over to the game.
Let me ask you something. When you were playing, was there ever motivation from you of, all right, they're paying me a lot of money, I got to give them what I'm worth, what they're paying me. I got to play like that.
Well, no, I never thought like that because as much money as I made, I always felt I was underpaid.
So I get that. That's fine. But do you think so? Like more players should think like that? Look, they're paying me a lot of money. I got to work.
Well, I mean, you want to perform well because you got paid well, and the expectations are that if you get the bag, you can't float about and be average or you'll be mediocre. You can't do it. I mean, because in the midst of the locker room knows too. The locker room knows when you get the bag and you're not performing up to par. You know, the guys will say stuff like stealing. Yeah, they tease you a little bit, but they would stealing. Thief.
Right.
You know,
Robert. All right, so let's use that as a backdrop just to see who is collecting, who is cashing. We'll do that coming up in the 1 o'clock hour. And we also have Eddie O in the 1 o'clock hour. I've already had YouTube videos sent to me about him singing back in the old days as the Ole Miss head coach. So we will get into it with Eddie O as far as what he's thinking about that LSU job opening and maybe him getting back in the coaching world. And it's always just good to hear him say, "Go Tigers."
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. Make Monday an extension of the weekend by talking football all day.
Oh, you're good.
We'll take apart the top games, key plays, and controversial calls from the weekend. Post-game Monday, served by Dandy Foods on 1010XL.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Basketball season is here, and now you can mix and match football and basketball and win big with Prize Picks, where being right can get you paid on America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. All you do is pick more or less on at least 2 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. Jordan Love, more or less than 241 passing yards. Paolo Banchero, more or less than 22 points. It's just that simple, everybody. Here's the best part. Prize Picks offers an insurance reboot. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, where you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. And with Flex Play, you can double your money, even if one of your picks doesn't hit. And all Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download Prize Picks app today, use promo code 1010XL, and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play 5 in lineups. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5 in lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Tired of plumbers trying to sell you instead of help you? At Superior Plumbing and Pipelining, we do things differently. We hire real plumbers, not salesmen, and we never pay commission. That means no upselling, no pressure, and no unnecessary repairs. Just honest, expert work at a fair price. So the next time you need a plumber you can trust, make the superior choice and call Superior Plumbing and Pipelining, where quality comes first and honesty is standard. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining. No commissions, just solutions. Learn more at SuperiorPlumbingJacks.com.
I know 2 brothers whose minds are always in the gutters.
Hi, I'm Tim.
And I'm Kevin.
We are the Good Brothers.
That's good with an E.
From Good Brothers Roofs and Gutters.
We install 6 and 7-inch seamless gutters, plus we repair and replace roofs, pool enclosures, and super gutters.
We are the Good Brothers, veteran-owned and local.
Visit goodbrothersroofsandgutters.com.
License number CCC 1334384.
Good Brothers Roofs and Gutters.
It's the blog players put their pads on for.
So we got to bring my thoughts and observations on our home team. That's what I share with you every week on my blog.
Roland Reich Plumbing brings you Hayes Blog on 1010XL.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Your favorite band live, first chord hits. That's a thrill. But for the accident attorneys at Farah and Farah, what thrill beats them all?
It's the thrill of the win. I've been there when the worry is real, when the bills pile up, when the pain doesn't quit, and getting the call that says, "We came through for you." That's huge. It's about seeing that weight lift, helping folks walk out better than when they walked in. Yeah, we're built for that.
Call Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Honda of the Avenues. Week 4 of the fall baseball season will see the Florida Gators tune up with a pair of inter-squad mat scrimmages leading up to an exhibition game against the JU Dolphins in Jacksonville, Florida on October 31st at Bystall Ballpark. Tickets are currently on sale now. 70 degrees at 1 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
Cranking along a gorgeous day. This is what it's all about in North Florida. You feel those cooler temperatures in the morning. It warms up. Beautiful day. Thanks to the Golf Club of Southampton. Great day to go on out and put a peg in the ground. You can definitely call them 287-play. Head on out. Play a little golf today. Get fired up for some football as you get closer and closer to the weekend. And don't forget membership opportunities. Before they do the full renovation, you can take advantage of it. A big discount on their initiation fee with a 12-month commitment and that Pro Shop gift card, $500 extra that you get to spend. Make sure you check it all out on their Facebook page or the Golf Club of Southampton's website. All right, so I feel like this is going to be a group 10-10 take, so let's do it.
Now, Josie's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pit masters since 68.
Oh, I just mentioned all the big ball that we're going to be enjoying this weekend, including the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. Make sure you slide on into Sonny's. Pick up a rack of ribs, a couple of big chickens, whatever it might be, pulled pork, briskets, you name it. Get all those sides, and you got your tailgate fully planned, courtesy of Sonny's Barbecue. All right, so Matt mentioned heading into the break that you're looking at, like Leon said, he never really worried about his contract playing to it. You always felt you were underpaid, right? Is that right?
Yes, always.
And I agree with you. I agree with you, especially when Baltimore raided that contract that you got up there after the injury. They basically ripped up that contract is what they did, which kind of
they left like $34 million of floating money that never existed.
Yeah.
Not 30. About 27 million.
Right, but you knew that going in.
I didn't.
If I could just get my hands on some floating money, I'd be so happy.
The contract was $31 million. I saw 3 of it.
The rest is floating.
And the rest is floating.
Right down the St. John's River. All right, so, but Pay is important. We basically set the table yesterday that going forward, this new regime and leadership, the Jimmy Gladstones, the Big Bows, the Liams of the world, they're going to decide going forward who's going to wear the teal and black. They want to put some pride in that jersey, and I think Big Surse understands that more than anybody. But, Matt, hit these numbers as far as who's making what and what are they doing.
So I decided to go on the Jags salary cap list. Top players, how much the top players are making. This started out yesterday off the air. We were talking about what Trevor Lawrence has done since he got paid and what Josh Hines Allen has done since he got paid.
Yeah.
So Josh Hines Allen, since he got paid his huge deal, which was like what ended up being like 150 million. Is that right? Or 160 million, something like that.
Yeah, I'll pull him up.
He's played 24 games. He has 8.5 sacks. Trevor, in the 2 seasons since he got his deal, has played 17 games, has 20 touchdown passes and 13 turnovers. So then I'm like, all right, we keep saying that their best players have to play well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's their top 10 salary guys. You tell me if they're playing well. Trevor Lawrence.
No.
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 Josh Hines Allen.
Negative.
Negative. Trayvon Walker. Even before the injury. Negative. Foye Luakon.
Playing pretty well.
Yeah.
He's about what he is.
Yeah.
He's
a really good player.
He's just what he is, right?
Yeah.
Devon Hamilton.
No.
Travis Hunter.
Not
no.
yet. Yeah,
And that may not be because his fault, but he hasn't.
No.
De'Ami Brown. Big no.
No.
Eric Armstead.
No.
I'm going to say no.
No, he's playing. He flashed.
Sack leader.
Yeah, 3.5, baby.
Walker Little.
Negative.
No.
Ghost Rider.
Negative.
Patrick McCarry.
No.
Negative. That's the 10, bro. You might have one guy in there that's playing to his contract, and that's Foye.
Yeah.
1 of 10.
Yeah. So if you go 9 of 10 that aren't basically delivering the mail the way they are being compensated to do that, it's a crying shame.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: is it pre Rams Seahawks? Or are we talking post? Either way, you say no.
Yeah, because
you remember
the majority of these guys are.
Because we were ready to crown them at 4-1. At 4-1, we were willing to crown them.
It was fool's gold, bro.
I guess so. Yeah, I'm just saying.
That's like the 8-3.
But even then, those particular guys weren't exactly.
They weren't
exactly
playing
like,
well.
on fire.
Playing
I mean, turnovers can do a lot
True.
for a team in the NFL.
Yeah.
Can hide a lot of flaws, man.
It was intoxicating. I was drinking it.
My rule: true love and takeaways, they don't always last forever.
Yeah.
And so they have it here. And if they can get back in the takeaway department, they might be able to do that against the Las Vegas Raiders and Geno, which is certainly possible. But yeah, they basically filled the gaps for this team, put them in great spots to where they could strike either offensively or get a lead and then start to maybe get to the quarterback defensively. But
how do you win? Let me ask you this, Leon. How do you win in the NFL when 9 of your 10 top salary guys are not playing well?
You don't. You're not supposed to. I mean, maybe the turnovers are the outlier. I mean, we were getting so many because listen, we don't get that pick. We don't get that pick 6 by Devin Lloyd.
Yeah, that game's lost. Yeah.
Chiefs win that game.
Yeah,
easy walk away.
That's a 14-point swing.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, but we did. The question is, we did though.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
There were 2 14-point swings in that game. So let's not forget that Jacksonville also had one.
We down 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had the one with the fumble that Trevor lost at the goal line trying to go over the top, and then they went right down the field and scored. But your point is well taken. All right. So out of the 9, or actually out of the 10,
right?
How many are noobs in terms of contracts or signings that this regime is responsible for
Lawrence,
versus the
former
other?
regime, that's 1. Josh Hines Allen's 2. Trayvon Walker's 3. Foyer's 4. Hamilton's 5. Travis is new. De'Ami is new. Armstead is 6. Walker's 7. McCarry is new. So 7 out of 10 are former regime.
Okay, 7 out of 10 is at the very least worth pointing out. And it doesn't mean...
But 2 of those 3 that are from the new regime... Woof.
Well, yeah, like I know we're going to do ours a little bit later on, but De'Ami, dude.
Yeah, all you guys in camp kept saying, "Oh, De'Ami Brown," and I kept saying, "Dude, there's a reason they let him go."
Well, as while you pat yourself on the back, okay?
Yes, I will pat myself
exactly
for that. Well, he only had 20-something catches last year. right?
It was.
And you
more
guys
than
kept
that.
saying, "Oh, it was postseason." All right.
Yeah. Well, he's not the only one. Okay, we're talking about all the other guys, not just the one that you were right about. Are you kidding me?
I like talking about the ones I'm right about.
Exactly. And so the McCary is another one. Okay, because I obviously thought he would be better than he was, and I firmly believed he was going to beat out Chuma. He did, but he hadn't done much more than that. And so now you're going to find out.
He might have only beat him out because he's paid a lot more.
Yes.
To play.
Very possible. Yes. Very possible. But hey, right now, forget about that. Scrap that. And put Chuma in there if you feel like he's better and see where it goes. And McCary at times has looked good. Hainsey, when healthy, has been good. Ezra maybe tailing off a little bit from what we were loving on him all about in training camp. And we have to admit, we fall in love in training camp almost as much as we do with our combine eyes.
I would, no doubt. And I'm as big as anyone in that, so I'm just busting your balls about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think what would really fire me up is if that team runs out on the field and Milam is starting right guard. I'd be like, all right, now we're getting serious.
Well, yes, if it works out to where they feel like they need to press a button and we're not afraid to admit our mistakes. And if it is McCary versus Milam represents the long-term future. He is affordable. You can cut and run on your cash and cap hit with McCary if you choose to do so, but he has to deliver.
But I mean, you bring in a guy like Milam. I mean, your admittance is that the season is not lost. I'm not ready to push the panic button.
I don't think you're admitting that. I think you're admitting the guy that you got in free agency is not that good.
Well, it's like Coach.
Listen, the offensive line collectively, the last two games have been terrible.
Yeah.
And now if you think you can upgrade at the end of those positions,
and they're still 4-3.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying putting Milam in there just because you're going to try it. I'm saying because he has shown he's ready to get to. He has earned the opportunity to go in there.
If he's a significant upgrade at the guard position, absolutely throw him in there.
And the only thing, that one part we don't truly know, he's earned. We don't know that.
Right, we don't. That's what I'm saying.
And he was not healthy, which kept him from earning and confirming what they felt. And so now he might be given an opportunity. But let's also just simply say they can leave Vegas with a 5-3 mark. That is possible.
Sure it is.
And then you see, like I said, I'm not.
It's likely.
Yeah. It should. Dang it, if it doesn't happen.
JJ's pretty good on these things. I keep saying. But I don't know, man. I'm a little nervous about this game.
But it should come down to, if you're performing, we keep you in. If you're not performing, we sit you down. Coach Mark Duffner, one of our coaches, said it yesterday. You need to be willing to admit mistakes and forget about costs. And there is the threat of the bench. Even though this is not a deep roster, the NFL's not littered with deep rosters like colleges. But still, don't be afraid to sit down.
I love when Duff said, "Hey, if somebody's not playing well, put another guy in there."
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. And he was referring to the conversation we had with Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
Not even afraid of that. All right, so let's keep it going. Eddie O, he's going to treat us, drop some college knowledge on you, and who knows what else. That is upcoming right here on XL Primetime on a Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford.
Gator fans are known to get rowdy.
Especially us.
Hicken and Prosser here.
Join us for a first-of-its-kind podcast, Swamp Session.
Live stream from Voodoo Brewing Company.
Right after every Gator football game on the social channels of 1010XL.
Driven by Atlantic Infinity.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Jeff Lagerman for Napa Auto Care Centers. This football season, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate or travel to the away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASE certified professionals at any one of the 29 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions. Napa Auto Care Centers offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace of mind warranty on most repairs. Find one near you at jacksnapaautocare.com.
It's Gators and Dogs, Dogs and Gators, Florida and Georgia.
For the party of the year.
Florida-Georgia Week is celebrated by 904 Gutters with a Z and Ackerman Urology and Cancer Center on 1010XL.
Pizza to Tea here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch? From lunch to late night, only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Stick around after the sunset, and Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites. Come on, somebody.
Jacksonville, it's football season, and Duck Duck Rooter is proud to be on your home team. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, we tackle plumbing, septic, and air conditioning problems with championship-level service. Call 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents, so let I-9 Sports help. They've got winter and spring registration open right now for kids all over the First Coast to enjoy their favorite sports. Log on to i9sports.com and don't miss out on the upcoming seasons. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
Poker players, the World Poker Tour is back at Best Bet Jacksonville, October 30th to November 18th, and the guarantees are massive. Event 1 brings a $200,000 guarantee. Event 6 has a $300,000 guarantee, and the main event has an enormous $1 million guarantee. With 14 tournaments, your chances of winning big have never been better. Want in on the action? WPT satellites are already playing out. Don't get left out. Head to bestbetjacks.com for details. That's bestbetjacks.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
This is Dave Barker with IHRS. Are you frustrated with those trendy pills and lotions that claim to make your hair thicker and fuller? Tired of your hair falling out? Our hair restoration solutions have helped over 10,000 men and women restore their hair in as little as 2 office visits.
Call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or go to hairforme.com.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and my knee was getting worse, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Hello. Your floor's missing piece.
All right, people, y'all in for a special treat. We got a special guest coming on the airlines today. Former defensive tackle, University of Miami, would be 2019 national champion. Nobody better. There they go. Coach, what up, Coach? How you doing?
What's up, Lee? Hey, great to be on the show, man. I'm getting my workout here on South Beach. Just loving the day, baby.
What is the workout under the sun down there? Give us a little bit of a rundown.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got a little walk, then we got a little jog, then we run some stadiums right there to South Point. Then I go to Muscle Beach to get me a couple of deadlifts, Lee. Now, I don't deadlift as much as you do, but I got to get them legs right.
Wait a minute.
Get back into coaching.
Coach, wait a minute. You say you run the stadiums, Coach?
Yeah, they got some little stadiums over here on South Point. It ain't nothing like LSU Stadium or the Orange Bowl, but I got to run them steps, baby.
I love it, Coach. I love that you stay in shape, bro. All right. Glad to have you on, Coach. Let's talk a little ball, Coach. Let's talk a little about the season. What have you seen and watching college football this season so far? You've been impressed with?
Well, obviously the transfer portal has affected people, especially at key positions like quarterback, like the guy that got in Nashville. Makes a difference. I think the guy at Vanderbilt's doing a great job. Lee, you know this. Okay? The teams that get better during November and get better during the playoffs are the guys that are going to win. You have to focus. There's so much noise out there, firing coaches and all that. The team that can focus in on getting better at the fundamentals and winning one game at a time is going to have success.
That's a great point, Ed, because you guys got better defensively in November in 2019. That's what made you elite, right?
We needed to, and we did. But I had a great coaching staff. They understood. I told them, LSU standard of performance. We said it. I learned that under Jimmy Johnson and Pete Carroll. We said it. We had one goal. Look, we didn't pick up no trophy against this team, no trophy against this team. There's one trophy we was going to pick up, and we were hell-bent for election and get them.
We're talking with Ed Orgeron as if you didn't know. Go Tigers. Eddie O, when you think about what went down in Baton Rouge Saturday night, especially a close game at the half and then a blowout loss to A&M, and a big storyline, Coach, coming out of that was Brian Kelly not retaining the strength and conditioning coach that you guys had down there. What did you think about all that?
Yeah, Tommy's great. Tommy was great. He was very instrumental. Tommy was like a head coach in the strength room, man. When I gave my speech on Friday night, there's one other person that talked. It was Tommy Moffitt. Wow. I had the utmost respect for him. When you go to Miami, when you go to USC, when you go to LSU, you gotta respect the traditions, and you gotta respect the people that has been there busting their behind for championships. I don't know if that was done. I have to say this. What happened in Tiger Stadium after the game is unacceptable, period. They don't come in our house and dance and do all that stuff. And look, I still got pride. That's totally unacceptable.
Now, Coach, when you got the job at LSU, you knew the predecessors. You knew the Nick Sabers and the Les Miles. Was there any pressure on you within those years to win a title or win an SEC championship, knowing what the coaches before you had done?
Every day. Every day. Hey, every day when I got out of my car, I knew it was going to be a war, because the expectation there is to compete for a national championship, especially in your third or fourth year. Look, you guys know this. Louisiana has great recruiting. They have great players all over the place. Now you can go cherry pick a Joe Burrow, whatever you need. And look, I had a great staff, and we knew what we had to do. We set the plan forward, and we did.
All right, Ed, you've had success as an interim head coach at USC. You won big at LSU. Are you ready to get back into it?
Hell yeah, I'm ready. I ain't doing deadlifts for nothing, Lee.
All right, so if you can paint a picture for us, what would you take? Like, let's just use some openings right now. Are you saying, hey, it's got to be a power 4 for me to be interested? What's kind of your laundry list or criteria?
Look, my ego doesn't. I don't need to be a head coach. Okay, I can go back and be a D-line coach. Lee will tell you I love it. Okay, my ego doesn't say I need to be a head coach, but would I like to be a head coach? Yeah. Now, no one has approached me. There's been jobs that are open. No one's called. So okay, good. But the people that I talk to, and you get a feel, is there a commitment to winning, especially if you're going to be a head coach. I don't have to have the most NIL money or nothing like that. I can recruit guys that are 2 and 3 stars and develop them and win championships. I know I can. But there's got to be a commitment to winning within the program. Now, if I don't feel it, I ain't taking it. Now, a big school like LSU, like Florida, like Penn State, all those schools that are open, go in there and be a D-line coach, associate head coach, that might be an option for me.
Yeah, Coach, that'd be crazy not to at least interview you or bring you over to any school as far as being the D-line coach. I remember those days at Miami where you used to get in those guys. So I know you still got the stuff, don't you?
Oh, no, I got it. Hey, 4 years on the beach, my tank's full, man. They better watch out.
Hey, when you look at what happened at LSU, where do you think it went wrong with Brian Kelly?
First of all, he wasn't the right fit. That first thing with family and all that stuff, that Louisiana's a great place, a different place. You got to accept the culture. You got to have a plan. You got to know that you have to win a championship. I don't know if the decisions that he made were in the best interest of him. I can't question that. Obviously, I have a lot of respect for him. But he lost the fan base. He lost the locker room. And they gave him a lot of money. And as you guys know, if they're going to pay you a lot, they expect. But look, to lose, now Vanderbilt's a good team, okay? But to lose the way they did to Texas A&M, they never won in Tiger Stadium, and they're dancing on our field. No, unacceptable.
Coach, there's another interesting thing I saw online. That there was a couple of guys from LSU 2019 team that was saying that he wasn't allowing some of the former players to come around his current players. That's a big mistake.
You know, I learned that at UM. Said I watch y'all work out with the older guys. They come run 110s with y'all in the summer. They were on the sideline. And the same thing at USC, and that is a critical mistake. He shut the door. I think he tried to coach from above, didn't reach the former players, and that stuff comes to hurt you because you know they're talking to those players. You know what I mean? And then when things go wrong in the locker room, you know, they may say, hey, you know, does this man have your back or he doesn't? And that's something I don't know, but it does look like all these things created chaos. And you can see the way the team played at the end. They're a much better team than they were. They regressed during the season.
Couple more for Ed Orgeron. He's our guest. We love when he pops on XL Primetime, and you're a good one to ask on this one because we've been kind of arguing a little bit about whether Florida versus LSU, which is the better job, the bigger brand, that kind of thing. But then also you were at Ole Miss, and the whole chatter is whether or not Lane Kiffin would leave Hotty Toddy to go get one of those jobs. What do you think about that?
Well, you know, hey, I love my time at Ole Miss, but when's the last time they won a championship?
True.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. Now, I'm not saying Lane can't do it. He may do it, but it's a lot easier at LSU. I mean, you have the table set. You have the state of Louisiana, then at Ole Miss to win a championship, and that's just the way I feel. Now, with the NIL and stuff like that, I heard Lane has a lot of support, and Ole Miss has done a tremendous job. But has he topped out at Ole Miss? That's something he has to decide. Between LSU and Florida, look, you guys know you live in Jacksonville up there, right?
Yep.
Hey, Lee.
Yeah.
Lee, me and you can get my Suburban, and we can go drive around a 1 hour radius and come back with a couple All-Americans and win a championship. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to go on a plane, man. The talent level in Florida is unbelievable. Can you win a championship in Florida? Hell yeah. Are you going to win a championship in Florida at LSU? You better, or are you going to get out?
All right, we're going to put you on the spot right now, Ed. If you were advising Lane, and Lane, you and Lane are good friends. If you were advising him between those two programs, what would you say to him?
No, and look, first of all, Jimmy Sexton's going to advise me. But ain't no question about that. Lane's smart. Lane is very savvy. Lane understands. I believe for anyone that if you're going to leave what you got at Ole Miss and you go talk to LSU, Florida, Penn State, you got to feel out the commitment. You got to feel out the things that you're going to have to navigate through. What are the expectations? And is that something that you want to do? Is that something you want to accept? But if you feel something and then say, hey, you know what, this is not conducive to winning, you don't go.
Now, Coach, you know we're both endearing to the University of Miami. They're 5-1 right now. They lost to Louisville. I mean, what did you see in that Louisville team that was a little bit disappointing that you didn't see at the beginning of the season?
Well, you know, Jeff Brown always has it in for Miami. I was worried. But, you know, you defensive coordinator, I love him. But we played some man coverage and we played some blitzes, and he had the right plays dialed up. They came to win. And they played their best game. We didn't. And, you know, Lee, like I say, man, there's no room for error if you want to go to championship. Now, I think they learned a lesson. They did not play well. They seemed like they could have played a lot better. But they also have a great task at hand at SMU on the road. You know, they got to get ready. Hey, Lee, I told them the other day now, I'm not going to use the word I normally use, Snooze, you play at 11 o'clock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Snooze buttons are for sissies. Well, hey, when that freaking alarm clock rings, man, you hit that darn thing, you get up, boom, punch yourself in the jaw, throw some water in your face, and get ready to kick some ass. You know what I'm saying?
That might be our new open for XL Primetime right there. All right, listen, you need to give us this one because we love it, okay? We play it all the time, and obviously fans, they hit the text line loving it when you're on our show, but you got to give us the translation one more time for this one. Here it is.
And I'm glad you didn't have that Rafa Salafusa who never got past number 1. Something about my high school, we can get past number 1. I can't even understand the first one.
And that was you, but it was funny, man. And like I told you before, my neighbor Big Vic and his whole in-laws from New Iberia, they love them some Eddie O. That's for sure. We'll see.
You know what's great about me being the head coach at LSU? Everybody in Louisiana understood that.
It is the truth. It is the truth.
Hey, Coach, thanks for coming on, Coach. Hey, going back to your workout, I know you probably got some crunches to do.
Hey, Lee, you can come out with that flat back, man. What size shoe you have, 17 and a half?
17 triple E's.
Yeah, 17 triple E's. You know, we used to go fishing in them things in Louisiana. That was so big. Look, Lee, I just love watching you come out with your flat back, putting your helmet underneath that guy's chin and drive him over the ball. The best I ever seen.
Hey, listen, Coach, I am who I am because of the defense I had to go up against, and that was Miami's defense.
Resign.
All
right, guys.
All right, Coach. Appreciate you, baby.
Coach.
Thanks, Eddie.
Thank you.
All right, that's awesome. Go Tigers. That is just outstanding.
Legendary.
All right, I think we might have gotten a couple drops out of that bad boy. All right, we'll keep it rolling. Golf Club of Southampton, Wednesday, XLP. You guys reacted out on the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford. Elite service for elite companies. After a bye and a breather, the Jags get ready to rock the desert. It's blackjack, blitzes, and big plays as they roll the dice against the Raiders. Find out who's all in. It's a full house of football. Viva la Jaguars. Sunday at 4 on the home of the Jags. 1010 XL.
Thank you very much. When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow. Mirrors cut exactly to your style. Fogged or broken glass replaced. Decorative tabletops. Windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval.
Hey Jacksonville, Rick Ballou here. Looking for a brand new truck? Right now, Crew Cab Ram trucks start at just $38,900 at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram West Side. And every new retail purchase comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty and no extra cost. From tough Ram trucks to adventure ready Jeeps, they've got the perfect ride waiting for you. Stop by Commonwealth Avenue or shop online at jackswest.com. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram West Side, proud partner of the Jaguars.
Taste it all for less with our Sonny's Originals, packed with your choice of proteins, 2 sides, and bread, starting at $16.99. That's why it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Football season is all about hanging at home and watching the big ball games. Well, if your AC and heating unit is letting you down and keeping those electric bills sky high, think about getting a new energy-efficient AC unit from Florida Home AC. They've got great deals on replacements plus rebates and incentives to make it more affordable. Call Florida Home AC at 777-4300 and get their expert staff to take a look. Football season is all about fun and playing for the win. Make sure you have the winning team on your side with Florida Home AC.
There are 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and if you stay in your home long enough, a new roof. Pick it here for our friends at Lockhart Roofing. Nobody better in Jacksonville. How do I know? They are a local certified Master Elite contractor, and that means they have a GAF Master Elite warranty. That's the best in the roofing industry. In this day and age, don't settle for cheaper discount roofers. Lockhart Roofing has been here for decades. They aren't going anywhere. Call my friends at Lockhart Roofing, 994-3851. That's 994-3851. Lockhart Roofing, Jacksonville's best for Jacksonville people. We're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience? Yeah, that's Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. They have the expertise and knowledge to take care of your money. For more info, go to itppartners.com. ITP Partners, they're my financial partners for life.
Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success. Leonard Skinner is coming home, and they're bringing the Stars and Stripes. Celebrate Southern rock and American pride with Leonard Skinner Rocks the Red, White, and Blue. It's a special night to support St. Michael's soldiers and the brave men and women of our armed forces.
Singing songs about the Southland.
Saturday, November 8th at Daly's Place. Tickets on sale now, only at Ticketmaster. Daly'sPlace.com for details. Be there when Skinner rocks for those who serve.
David Lane here, and once again, I'm happy to share news of my success with back and knee surgeries at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Whatever it is that's bothering you, take it from me. Simply set an appointment today at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and let them help you get back to normal life. I'm certainly glad I did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, my takeaway is that Matt Hayes, when you brought up the top 10 guys in the Jaguars, and I miss a lot of guys that
striking, right?
Stealing, absolutely stealing from this organization who've been underwhelming, underperforming. Gotta get better. Listen, I'm not ready to push the panic button. This team is 4-3, got an opportunity to go up against a very, very bad Raiders team. You cannot come back for Vegas 4-4. Cannot. Absolutely cannot.
No, that would be just an incredible kick to the gut for a franchise that has done everything right to try and get out of the funk, to be pulled right back in. It's like Godfather 3. Every time I try to get out, they're pulling me right back in. My takeaway is, I said this yesterday, and Ed Orgeron just reaffirmed it. At the end of the day, it's not going to be about money for Lane Kiffin. It's going to be about where he can build a roster, the easiest to get to a championship. And what a great anecdote from Eddie O. You guys are in Jacksonville. We'll get in a Suburban, drive an hour anywhere, and get a couple All-Americans. And that's the key right there.
And he basically was talking about the 305, but at the same time, there are athletes galore around here. That's for sure. And so the other thing that was fascinating is that you treat that job, the LSU job, and he argued both LSU and Florida, but I think he, in his heart of hearts, he thinks LSU is more prepared to give you everything you need to win, and you have less to compete with to win. But he made it clear, at least from his point of view, that it's going to be one of those two versus Ole Miss. Now, the way things have changed with the NIL, maybe Ole Miss is a different deal. All right, let's say hello to our man right now.
Our next guest is not affiliated with the NFL or Jacksonville Jaguars.
Discussion of injuries is solely based on opinion.
Now, the Bari Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Injury Breakdown.
I'm coming in hot.
Gio! What is happening, my man?
What's up?
Dr. George Bari. How are you, bro?
Good. How are you?
You fired up and ready to
I'm
go?
ready. I'm ready
Have you
to go.
thought about maybe a different walk-up song? Because you...
I've thought about it.
Okay, all right. Just asking, just making sure.
Thought about it.
All right, now listen, we got some sports injuries to get to. If you have one, you can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010. We're talking to a man fellowship trained under the renowned Dr. James Andrews, and we have Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30, and we definitely talk sports injuries there. So hit us with one, 641-1010. Now, we had a couple, it sounded really, really bad. Cam Scatterby, the first one.
Yeah.
A dislocated ankle, Gio.
Yes.
And one of the worst, because this guy sacrifices his body on every play. It seems like more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Anyway, a dislocated ankle.
Yeah, so he had I read a distal fibular fracture, which is the bone on the outside of the ankle. And then he had a deltoid ligament rupture, which is, so if you go to the bone on the inside of the ankle, it's a ligament that basically connects that bone to the ankle bone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's ruptured, and that's why he dislocated, right? So with the fracture and that rupture, nothing was holding the talus in place, and so he had a complete dislocation. And
the
we've also,
talus
is so you have your tibia, your shin bone, and then underneath it is the talus, which is the bone that goes back and forth. And, that's the classic image we always see with ankle fracture dislocation of the ankle pointing one way, very different than the leg, and that's what he ended up having.
And the talus was like, when Tiger hurt his,
yes, he broke
the
his
talus was when they literally put it on the tray next to him.
Yes, or if Joe likes to say the talus, that's how Joe would call
they
it.
literally took it off his body and put it on the tray next to him.
Yeah.
I have the talus down as the hamati that I always seem to.
Or the hamate, yes. You know.
Instead of the hamate bone. All right, 641-1010. If you do have a sports injury question, hit us. Now, that's a serious injury. We actually have two guys, and I don't know if you saw the video of Bo Prabula of Missouri also had a dislocated ankle. And when you're talking about what is the length of time in terms of a comeback?
Yeah, I mean, it's at least, you're talking about 3-4 months at minimum. You're going to have a lot of stiffness. There's just to get back from that. Then there's, fixing it like a regular fracture, but you don't come back as quickly as a regular fracture because now you have the dislocation, which usually means that you have a more soft tissue injury. You could have cartilage damage, big cartilage lesions as possible. So there's definitely more complicated things that come with that than just a regular ankle fracture.
What's the rehab in that process? Like when you come back from that, is that like, all right, you're fine, or is there lasting like?
No, you can have lasting damage. You can have stiffness that lingers and doesn't go away, and you can have the biggest thing is the cartilage damage. If you have any cartilage damage to that joint, that's always the big question.
One that was pretty dang devastating that came out a couple days ago is Carson Wentz, and you saw him already with a heavy. Leon, did you see this big? Like non-throwing shoulder, but a major sling and compression sleeve that he had on. And anyway, he ends up tearing his shoulder up. And I know you know about with the pec tear and the triceps tear and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, all covered up.
Yeah, it hurts like hell.
What did he end up having?
So ends up that he has torn up the shoulder and non-throwing, and will have to have surgery to repair it. But the severity of it includes maybe the rotator cuff and maybe the AC joint. I'm gonna have to try and look that up. And see.
So here I didn't know, but I didn't see.
Give
the
us
injury,
an idea.
They said shoulder dislocation with a torn labrum and a fractured socket. So he has. All right. So when you dislocate your shoulder, you have a ball and socket joint, right? And when you dislocate your humerus, which is the ball, can hit the socket, the bony part, and cause a glenoid fracture. Okay, and sometimes they call it a bony Bennett fracture or a bony Bankart fracture. Excuse me. And so. If that happens, if it's just a small fracture, a tiny piece, not a big deal. If it's significant portion of the glenoid, a significant portion of your socket, then it becomes a much bigger deal and a much bigger problem. Many times, it's really just a small piece, and you fix it almost like a regular labrum. You just make sure the bone is attached to it when you tack it down. It just really depends how bad it is, but it's not good, right? I mean, you automatically have cartilage damage in your socket when that happens. And so he's going to have a surgery to tighten up the shoulder, fix that labrum, depending how big that glenoid is. So it can be from something that is just a footnote in the surgery, if it's a small piece, to something where now it's a different procedure part of the surgery.
And the glenoid was the Deshaun Watson injury too, which is kind of give you an idea of how significant it was.
Right. So I don't know all the medical terms, so I'll just let you say the medical terms. But I kind of feel like the way you're talking is anytime you get a dislocation at any connection, elbow, knee, ankle, shoulder, it's never going to come back the same way, right?
I wouldn't say it's never going to come. I think the shoulder, we see a lot of football players with dislocations, and they do well.
I mean, if you use it as a throw, like if you're
throwing it's much different, right? Throwing is definitely a lot harder to get it back to what it was before.
And if you're like a receiver or a running back and you dislocated an ankle or knee, that's
big.
Yeah.
That's for anybody that's big.
Or
right?
a hip.
Yeah. Well, that hip is probably one of the worst. Right?
So once that socket comes out, you got problems. Is what you're saying.
A hip dislocation is a disaster. Right? That's not good at all. That's way worse than an ankle. I would say hip and the knee are probably the two worst that you don't want to get. Right?
Yeah, I'm a radio doctor. The witch doctor's having to get a hip replacement. And
really?
Yeah, and those are serious. Those are significant.
I mean, Bo Jackson dislocated his hip and ended up with a hip replacement.
Ended his career.
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick, MCL sprain for Paco, I like to call him, Isaiah Pacheco, for the Kansas City Chiefs, week to week.
Yeah, so he has a grade 1, maybe grade 2, just kind of depends on, how he does, and they're going to rehab him, daily, and just whenever he can come back. I'm sure he's going to wear a brace. Running backs usually don't like to wear braces. I don't know if he was wearing one before, but running backs, wide receivers don't like to wear braces because it can affect your agility a little bit.
Right.
But I wouldn't be shocked if he's wearing one to protect that knee.
All right, Gio, good stuff as always. Don't forget Bari Orthopedics all over the First Coast. He can take care of you when it comes to sports injuries, joint health. BariOrthopedics.com. We got Breaking Bones Sunday morning. Make sure if you have a question, you can shoot it our way, and we'll get it on The Bones Show. Gio, thank you, man.
Thanks, guys.
The Bones Show.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
I know two brothers whose minds are always in the gutters.
Hi, I'm Tim.
And I'm Kevin.
We are the Good Brothers.
That's good with an E.
From Good Brothers Roofs and Gutters.
We install 6 and 7-inch seamless gutters, plus we repair and replace roofs, pool enclosures, and super gutters.
We are the Good Brothers, veteran-owned and local.
Visit goodbrothersroofsandgutters.com.
License number CCC 1334384.
Good Brothers Roofs and Gutters.
My dad, Randy Marion, has been in business for 35 years.
35 years of taking great care of your customers.
And our community. It has also been 35 years that my dad has been the king of price.
Yep.
So now is the time to fall into savings and drive in style in a brand new Cadillac.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, drive the all-new electric Optique, Lyric, and Vistique. They're all in stock and ready to drive today.
Come see us today at Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville.
And don't forget,
tell them Jennifer sent you.
Plus tax type title $9.99 admin fee and resistol on approved credit.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Storms are part of every season. Make sure you're protected. Call American Electrical to make sure you have the best in surge protection. Don't lose your home electronics to a lightning strike. Call 737-7770 for American Electrical.
Plan ahead this year and order your home holiday decorating from Kuhn Flowers. They'll take care of all your Christmas tree setup, lighting, and decorating hassles. This is Max with 1010XL. Call on Kuhn Flowers. They'll do it all this fall.
Since 1901, generations of skilled union workers have built the backbone of our community. Hospitals, schools, the buildings where you work. Every year, a new apprentice class of Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians is stepping up, trained, driven, and ready to do great things. They're not just building our city, they're building their future. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to become a member or contractor today.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law.
Congrats to former Georgia defensive lineman Freddie Gilbert and running back Sony Michel's induction into the Georgia-Florida Hall of Fame, Friday, October 31st, presented by Miller Electric. To attend the luncheon ceremony, go to flgajax.com/Hall of Fame.
Best Bet is #1. That's right, Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine have one-card poker, the fastest and easiest card game to learn and play. Play one card at a time, and the highest card wins even money. If the card values are the same, it's time for war, just like the game you remember. You must be 18 years or older to play. Learn all the games at bestbetjax.com. That's bestbetjax.com.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. I love Hello Smooth Med Spa, my go-to for skin health and beauty. Their biggest event of the year is November 19th, National Botox Day. Huge deals, local vendors, and it benefits Make-A-Wish. Don't miss it. Visit hellosmooth.com for more details.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
I'm even going to have to practice this. Ralph, I was running.
Had to escort Gio out the building, making sure he's trying to cause trouble back there in the back. Rick Ballew's back there. Ricky B coming up at 2P.
I thought you were getting ready to gas up a Suburban and hop in it with Eddie O and go try to find some players for Florida.
Look, I still, and when I was off Thursday and Friday, I was out trying to deliver those Gator Cowboy boots personally to Lane Kiffin, and that didn't go well, not as well as I was hoping. and so now we may have to go ahead and quadrant off this area and make sure that the recruits are there when Lane comes to the 352, when he comes to Gainesville. I'm a little more worried. Lee now, as Coach O loves to call Leon, Lee, you now have him going Lane Kiffin to LSU, and I'm worried about it. I don't think he's going there.
No, I
think he's coming to Gainesville.
Listen, I only do that to taunt you. I think he's just going to stay at Ole Miss.
Yeah?
I think he's just
Do
going to
you really?
Yeah, I do. I think he's going to stay.
Wow.
I think he's going to get a 10-year, 130 contract when they go 11-1 right before the playoffs. It's going to end all everything.
Yeah. Is that what you... Okay. JJ.
I'm leaning to LSU.
Yeah, you are?
Yeah, I'm leaning to LSU. Because of the recent history of winning national championships, and you can be just about anybody win a national championship other than Brian Kelly.
There's no question they paved the way for success as good as any program out there.
But isn't there something to say about a guy who came to a program and has built it up, and you want to see that baby win?
I don't think there's any question, but I think the question has to be, do you want to continue to expend that energy? It's hard to build a roster through the transfer portal year after year after year, completely turning over your roster. Do you want to expend that type of energy? Mm-hmm. You're going to get old quick as a coach if you do that. Mm-hmm. So I think, to me, that's the way I look at it, as you're going to be spending a lot of coaching life turning over rosters, when in the reality is you could go to Florida or Louisiana and get what you need just by simply organically doing it through high schools and then supplementing.
Right, I firmly believe that. All right, go ahead and play that, JJ, because this is what he said, basically.
No.
Oh, my apologies.
We played the "I was wrong" intro as you were walking in.
Okay, all right, there you go. All right, I was wrong. So I was playing off that AO thing. All right, so you need to start with "I was" real quick.
Real quick, I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. Okay, my "I was wrong" is that when people talk about Trevor being generational, I used to always throw up the stats with him and Daniel Jones, the comparison, and tell people that they're the same guy. All right. So if you look at the first 60 games, the same guy. And after watching Daniel Jones over the last couple of games, I was wrong, because Daniel Jones is lighting it up, bro.
He is.
He is lighting it up. I mean, coaching, team, whatever it may be. I mean, right now he has 13 touchdowns. He only got 3 picks, thrown for over 2,000 yards. He got a QBR of 109.5. His team is 7-1. They got the number 1 offense in the NFL, and currently they're the number 1 seed in the AFC. So Daniel Jones, my apologies.
Yeah,
I was wrong.
I'll give you an I was wrong.
It'll show you what good coaching will do for you too.
Yes, absolutely.
In a good situation.
I mean, up until the last couple of weeks, I wasn't convinced. I was still calling them Texas 8-5 instead of Texas A&M, and they're different now, man. It's a different team. And I know you can say, well, they only beat LSU. That's an LSU team that had to win there, a coach that had to win, playing at home with a 21 under Brian Kelly at night. That was a big game, and they went in there, just absolutely blew LSU's doors off in the second half. Mm-hmm. And the way they did it, and the way they did it with such a convincing fashion on both sides of the ball, yeah, that's a team that's got a very fortunate schedule the rest of the way, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That's
really
gonna that could easily roll into 12-0 and be playing that championship game against either 11-1 Alabama or 11-1 Georgia.
All right, I'll stay with it. I'll go to about the guy that he got run out of town, because I thought Brian Kelly 100% would be in a great situation to win, to recruit, to succeed, and sustain all those things. And none of them happened. Honestly, none of them happened. And his number right now, 5-11 against ranked opponents.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's how he will finish at LSU. 5-11 against ranked opponents. So I clearly was wrong. Now, this may be a healthy exercise with this next guy to see if he's ever admitted he was wrong, because he is the truth teller.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Now, you're out there saying, wait a minute, Brother Ballou at 2? Well, yeah, he's sliding in here today. Are you double dutying it today?
No.
I know you're 2 to 4.
Say 2 hours and get out of here.
Yeah, as Helmets and Heels travels out to Vegas. So you slip in and serve up the moneymaker, the truth teller. Have you ever admitted I was wrong It's a healthy exercise.
JJ can answer that. We used to have so much fun with that particular topic.
Absolutely. I would say out of anybody at the station, Rick is probably one of the first to admit he was wrong about something.
Right. Well, like, for instance, like my girlfriend, I think I was her 9th choice. Okay, but it ended up working out.
Yeah. Well, it's therapeutic in a lot lot of ways.
Right.
Worked out for you.
Yeah, yeah. All right, what's coming up, my brother?
We got a lot of fun coming up here over the next couple of hours. I'm really going to kind of go through my blueprint on the playoff push and how Jacksonville gets there, whether or not they will get there, and if so, how they're going to get there. So all of that, plus a lot of college football in the next couple of hours. We're going to be jam-packed. Looking forward to it.
10 games, crucial stretch. Yeah. I agree with you. All right, dude, thank you, man.
All right, buddy.
All right, Rick Ballou, normally a 6 o'clock launch as he gets it going into the night, but now he will have it from 2 to 4 this afternoon. Eddie O, what a treat. If you guys missed any of it, we'll make sure it's up there on demand. It will be on the social channels as well where you can go back and listen. That was a good pull.
The man is running stadiums, bro.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Love Eddie O.
He's still awesome. Giving us sound bites.
Yes.
It's the best. All right. We are done. Rick Ballou coming up, and then you got the Friends Show on location at UNF, and then Hacker After Dark to follow. All kinds of stuff coming your way on the Superstation. We appreciate the Golf Club of Southampton bringing you today's show. Don't forget 287 play. Launch a call over there, and then launch a big high tee shot off the first hole at the Golf Club of Southampton. Big Sirs, Maddie, Josie, and JJ.
XL Primetime, driven